So guys, boom, week 2 of the Nike Eybl circuit is heading close to close, and it's actually going to be this weekend. And there's so many players that you watching this video definitely need to tap in and watch out for. I mean, Bronny James, DJ Wagner, Robert Dillingham, Holland, Simeon Wilcher, Isaiah Coleman. There's been so many notable players and standout players and players that are on the rise, teams that are on the rise, and I feel like this year it's honestly going to be pretty close of exactly who's going to win this Nike Peach Jam tournament at the end of the summer. For all the Bronny James fanatics out there, DJ Wagner fanatic, there's a lot of games that you need to be watching, especially this weekend. And we're going to be breaking down every single game that Bronny's going to play, DJ Wagner, all these guys. But guys, yes, I'm talking to you, man. Stop being lame. Go take your girl out on a picnic day. Go be different. Go give her some flowers. It costs $5 for some flowers, man. Go take her out somewhere to eat, somewhere nice. What are some of your expectations for players like Bronny, DJ Wagner, Robert Dillingham? What are your expectations and players that you're going to be watching out for in the week 2 of the Nike Eybl circuit? Guys, like I said, there's so many players to watch out for, so many teams to take notes on. But like I said, I want to know your personal opinion. But starting off with a player like Bronny James, taking a step back and taking a look at the teams and the exact teams that Bronny James and Strive for Greatness is going to be playing. Watch out for teams like Team Mellow, Mac Irvin Fire, Mean Streets, and also the NH Lightning. I don't know if that's the New Hampshire Lightning. I don't know exactly what the NH stands for, but just taking a look at like Mac Irvin, they have players like JJ Taylor. I know their team has not won a game, and I'm not gonna lie, Strive for Greatness, they have not won a game either. I genuinely think this is definitely a game that Bronny James and Strive for Greatness can actually win. I'm not gonna lie, this honestly may be the only game that they probably have a chance of winning during this weekend in the week 2 of the Nike Eybl circuit. This is definitely a game that Bronny James is definitely gonna have to produce. And even on the opposing side, Mac Irvin and JJ Taylor, this is a game, and this is the type of team that I feel like he's definitely gonna have to put the team on his back, and he's definitely gonna have to start being a little more consistent out there on the floor. But like I said, for Bronny and Strive for Greatness, this may be the only game that it probably matches up player for player. And I'm telling you, if Bronny James and Strive for Greatness does not win this Mac Irvin game, they honestly should just go play for Adidas, because this is definitely a game they gotta win. Team Mellow, Mean Streets, the Lightning, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really have much expectations for Bronny in those specific games. Team Mellow, they're the truth. They're one of the few only undefeated remaining teams. They are 4-0 currently, and watch out for a player like Isaiah Coleman. He's a top 50 player in the entire country, and he's also a top 5 leading scorer so far in the Nike Eybl circuit. He's also had games like 31 points a game, 27 points a game, and just overall, that team is definitely greatly constructed, and I can definitely see them blowing out Bronny James and Strive for Greatness. Mean Streets, the name Mean is in their name for a reason. Trust me, they're 3-1. They're an all-around good squad. Everybody on their team is pretty good. They don't have, in my opinion, they don't have just one star player. Everybody on that team definitely, they play their role, and they're definitely a team to watch out for just coming out of Chicago. The Lightning, honestly, the same thing. They're also 3-1. They have players like Elliot Kadu, who's a top 10 player in the 24 class. The same thing with Akil Watson. Like I said, they're 3-1. Some notable games that they beat are Mac Irvin, but on the flip side, they did take an L to Team Mellow. We just talked about has Isaiah Coleman, and they're just an overall great team. So I'm not gonna lie, like I said, I genuinely don't see Strive for Greatness or Bronny winning 3 out of these 4 games. It's definitely going to be tough, but just some quick expectations for Bronny. I mean, I'm not really expecting much. At least average at 15 to 20 points a game. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking him to beat Team Mellow or Mean Streets or any of these teams. It's definitely going to be tough. I generally think that they definitely need to recruit more players, but we're going to see exactly what happens during this AAU weekend. I mean, you guys know AAU. Every single player goes from team to team every weekend, so you honestly never know. DJ Wagner and the New Jersey Scholars, definitely a team that could honestly win the entire Nike Peach Jam. I'm telling you, they're going to be playing teams like Drive Nation, Mac Irvin, and City Rocks and Team Takeover. The one specific game that I want every single one of you guys to be watching, Drive Nation versus DJ Wagner. Drive Nation, they have Holland, the junior 2023 player of the year according to Max Preps, and like I said, he led his team to a state title out here in Texas. And Holland, he's a player that people are saying could potentially be the #1 player in the entire country. So this is definitely a game that DJ Wagner, he's got to show up, since he's the #1 player in the country and people are saying that Ron could take his spot. like I said, DJ Wagner, he's definitely going to have to show up. This is definitely a game that I'm going to be watching. I've been interested to see just how DJ Wagner is going to be playing against another player that's considered to be the best player. So, like I said, definitely tap into that Drive Nation and New Jersey Scholar game. Robert Dillingham and Team CP3, they're going to be playing against Team Why Not, Boo Williams, New York Renaissance, I believe. I don't know exactly how to say their names. And also the PSA Cardinals. The Team Why Not, that's definitely a game that I'm definitely going to be watching. If you guys remember, Team Why Not, they actually were the team that eliminated Robert Dillingham and Aiden Holloway last year in the Peach Jam tournament. But I don't know, this year I definitely feel like it's honestly going to be a lot different. I think Robert Dillingham is a much better player, especially this year. Same thing with Aiden Holloway. They also have Gregory Jackson as well, who's a walking 20-10. But even on the flip side with Team Why Not, I mean, Jared McCain, Kylan Boswell, Devin Williams. I know they have a 2-2 record, and Robert Dillingham and Team CP3, they're currently 4-0. But this is definitely a matchup that I think could honestly go either way. I think Robert Dillingham, he's definitely going to have to show up. I know he's going to show up, but what are the other players going to do? And this specific game is definitely one that I'm going to be watching out for. I know Team CP3 and Robert, they are going to be playing against Boo Williams. That should definitely be an exciting matchup against Jalen Curry. I do want to see more consistent play from Jalen. I know so far he has been a little inconsistent, but like I said, this is definitely going to be a fun matchup between the two. Even Robert Dillingham versus Simeon Wilcher. I know Simeon Wilcher, I believe he's only played in about 1 or 2 games so far during this AAU season, but I don't know. I think it's definitely a fun matchup between Robert Dillingham and Simeon Wilcher, 2 players that are arguably the best 2 blank for blank point guards in the country. There's so many teams that can honestly be in contention of winning the entire Peach Jam tournament. I mean, you have MoCon Elite. I'm not gonna lie, they have easily been the most dominant team so far throughout this entire Nike EYBL circuit. They have not lost a single game. They have guys like Trey Green. If you haven't seen a single game of MoCon Elite, definitely tap into them. Like I said, they potentially could win the whole thing. Shout out to other teams that are also undefeated, like CP3, the Scholars, the Florida Rebels, even teams like the Skill Factory and the New York Renaissance. There's so many teams to watch out for, but you watching this video, I want to know your expectations and just players that you guys are actually excited to watch heading into this weekend. Bronny James, what are your expectations? DJ Wagner, what are your expectations? Robert Dillingham, Jared McCain, Jalen Curry. Guys, what are your expectations for a lot of these players heading into this weekend, and which team and player you guys actually excited to watch out for? Even drop down some underrated players that you feel like aren't really getting much shine. Just comment down below, guys. Just get a great basketball conversation started. Guys, if you made it to the end, please do me a quick little solid favor and just smash that like button, guys. It helps the channel out in so many ways you guys have no idea. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers as well. It'll definitely help the channel out in so many ways you guys have no idea. Join the Discord down below, do all that fun stuff. And yeah, with all that being said, guys, checking in on Saturday. And yeah, with all that being said, guys, thanks for watching. It's been another episode of Juice Made TV. Peace.